So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Bengals at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
93. On 2nd and 10, Carr.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from it.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ready? After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time. But it looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands. Don't force a throw if it's not there. Oftentimes, running is the better play.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase
With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. McPherson now for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Forced out to his left.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On first down, Carr. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll find Najee Harris. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year, but Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
From the 27, Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn that field and gain any yardage.
Now Burrow loses the football, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
93.
Now Carr. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are back within a couple of the lead. Carr will look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 27, Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 71 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
Here's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1 they struggled. Quarter 2 here they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
On 2nd and very short, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
On 2, ready?
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go, here we go.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will... The 10 at the 8-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, he'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, That worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to cap.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now Carr again. Open man downfield is Johnson. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are back within a score.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
On 3rd down, Mixon, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
637. 29. Hey, later, 2. 808.
Carr now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
93. 93.
Carr going to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 37 yards. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown Bengals. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We have played 3 quarters.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Hey, 7:34. Later 6:18. That's up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Carr. He'll let it fly for Austin. It got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Bengals 42, Steelers 35.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as